Back at it again. We got the McGriddles, McMuffins, hash browns, and added burritos to the mix with the coffee. We're so hungry.
I'm so hungry. Day 38. We had McDonald's. We've got our lunch. A Capri Sun. I haven't had one in who knows how long. Pacific or what did you get?
Fruit punch.
Fruit
Do you want
punch.
fruit punch or
I don't care. If you want. Whatever.
Awesome.
And we're gonna do 4 miles out of here to the next shelter. So it's a very slow day. So we've had 24 hours of rest, technically, but right now, at this moment, it's noon. Uncle Jay's is not the best hospital.
It's not our vibe.
Crossing the bridge. We only did 5, ooh, nice. We only did 5 miles to the next shelter. And we're coming up to the shelter. Looks like we're the only ones here. It's actually really nice. Look at that, double bunked. It's painted yellow. Look at that. Oh, and there's a little graffiti chart, so you don't have to actually graffiti the wood in a Bible.
We're at Cosby Gap shelter, only 5 miles from Irwin. Nothing crazy, just met 2 guys, Chris and Sean. They're like doing a little section here. Really nice to meet people, nice kind people out here. We're the only people in the shelter right now. We're hoping, because it's such a weird distance from town, and there's no privy, and there's no bear cables, and it's not gonna rain tonight, so most people are gonna want a tent and not be in the shelter anyways. We're hoping we might have the place to ourselves, but it's only 3 o'clock, so I highly doubt that it's gonna happen, especially in the midst of a bubble. There'll probably end up being a couple people here tonight with us. This boy is thick. I think it's the elevation. Oh God, why are you gonna do it like that?
You can hear, ooh. Oh.
What if it's actually full for once? That'd be cool.
It's kind of,
it's pretty full.
I'm satisfied.
Tap at the place sucks.
Oh yeah, you got that right, bro.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
The couple are.
Okay, so Gonzo, explain the situation.
Well, I tried to help them get their bear bag up, and it's stuck on a big knot. And we tried to force it, but by doing that, it broke the connection point for their food bags. And now they've got a shopping bag stuck in the tree. They're gonna try to probably bust it open like a pinata.
The good news is
It's already ripped in half. One good swat might bring them all down.
the good news is if they can't get to it, a bear probably can't get to it.
Yeah.
Pinata. So it is a pinata,
Yeah,
basically?
it is a pinata. There's a bagel in there, or some bagels, some trail mix.
Yeah! we got bread, we got bagels.
Well, now how do we get that down?
Well, that's
I'm sorry.
No, I'm glad you videoed it, because I would be videoing it.
Dude, it's a trail pinata. Like, when do you see that?
Do not find that tree.
don't hurt yourself.
It is not worth
It's
it.
not worth it.
That rope was $5.
Don't want to bring it over?
Bring it over.
The rope?
Yeah, no, bring it over.
No, that's gonna tear me up.
Yeah, don't
not
hurt
worth
yourself,
it.
man.
Not worth it.
Can you explain real quick the situation that brought us to this point?
Sure. So there's no bear hangs here, so we gotta, hang our own food. I threw that up earlier. It was fine. We have a lot. Well, there's the 2 of us, so it was double the food, and it was too heavy. And so we were pulling it up, and I think the rope got stuck on the bark. Gonzo came over to help, and so he put his entire weight on pulling up the bag, and what is it going up? And then our bags broke from there. Meaning the rope was still stuck on the bark, and then leaving our plastic bag with our cookware in it.
So now
Now we got everything out of the plastic bag. Now we just have the plastic, or the actual rope and the hook intervener still on there, if that makes sense.
Wow.
No, I don't don't know how it got stuck up there.
Well, as you can see, there's a lot of other ropes stuck up there as well.
Yeah, actually there are. There's a lot of ropes that are kind of stuck up there. Sriracha, say hi.
Hey. Great.
Well, we got the bagels. We got the wet wipes. We got the
important thing.
the delicious pickle chips. So.
Day 39, no more McDonald's on days we hike. Only when we're in town. It was not fun hiking up. Felt like I was a tank, just like rolling slowly up that mountain. Well, we got 13 miles to the next shelter, but there's really no reason to stay in shelters unless it's like really raining out because there's no privies and there's no bear hangs. Well, might as well do the miles that you want to do and then stealth camp. All right, I just gotta be real with y'all. So I'm growing my facial hair out. Obviously, I told Gabby that I wasn't gonna shave my facial hair for the whole time. But the thing though is that she is also not shaving her facial hair, and she doesn't grow anything on her face except for one little spot right on her chin. And it's kind of funny, but it's getting out of control. It's like split into like four or five different hairs coming out, and it's like different colors. She won't shave it. I've addressed it, but I think I need to take matters into my own hands.
Oh, the trail today is all roots. It's hard to make miles on this because it hurts your feet.
We're climbing up the 6,200 mountain, 6,200 foot mountain, and the further we go up, more and more it looks like the Smokies. All right, so we're still climbing the mountain, but we've experienced this phenomenon before. Whenever we're hiking up, sometimes you can hear your own heartbeat in your head, especially when you're like really moving. The phenomenon will start kind of happening, so you're just kind of not like second guess. You're not like thinking twice about it, and then all of a sudden it gets like a lot faster, and then it starts to be out of sync with your heartbeat. So it's not your heartbeat anymore, and then it gets louder and faster like a drum, and it's happening outside of us. It's not like in our heads. Both of us hear it at the same time. We both stop. We always look at each other. We always look around, and it sounds like pop, 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 and it goes like really, really fast, like a drum. But it sounds like very deep, almost like a heartbeat or a thumping or something running. Yeah, we've concluded it could be three things: aliens, a Bigfoot, or a doppelganger of some sort trying to follow us. We're still talking about it outside of us recording. It sounds like a ball dropping. Yeah, these woods are very dark and very scary.
We're in the never-ending woods. I'm just sitting on this mat here. We're gonna be eating our bagel sandwiches. We only have 4 more miles-ish left to where we're planning on camping tonight. It's just been a weird day. Well, it's been a bad day, but it's like, I think it's even harder in a way because nothing physically bad happened. We have great weather. It's not raining.
A beautiful mountain.
Beautiful views. And even the terrain, like, we had to climb, but it wasn't that bad. It's just, I think mentally today, neither of us feel like hiking. And in a way, like, we want to be out here. We want to be on the trail, but today we don't want to be on the trail. It's
Also,
just...
look how, like, poofy the bag is. You know, the other day mine was poofy, but this one wasn't. But since we're 6,200 feet, so poofy.
We're going to enjoy our lunch, try and stay positive. We might try and figure something out for sleeping tonight.
Well, we're basically at the top of the last peak of the day where we were going to stay. We got a hostel, Greasy Creek Friendly, so it was fairly cheap. She seems like a really nice lady, and she said there might be free food.
It's a nice warm bed,
Yeah.
nice hot shower. The next 2 days are pretty big for us. Part of me is always like, we haven't like done enough miles to deserve another hostel stay. It's a terrible mindset to have. There'll be other days that we'll push hard and we won't stay at a hostel. Staying at a hostel will be such a morale boost today. That's well worth it if that's what keeps us on trail.
Yep.
This is speed bump.
You speed bump. You good girl.
Well,
Get out here.
We're crossing the creek after staying the night at Greasy Creek Friendly with Connie. That was awesome. It was quite the experience of meeting Connie and getting to know her.
so glad we went.
I'm glad Gabby had a bad day in order for us to stay there. There's technically 3 other hikers, Gadget allegedly, and then Nick, who doesn't have a trail name yet because he's starting today.
Gadget started a couple years ago, got to the Whites in New Hampshire and fell because he was on Percocet.
He's on a lot of
from a back injury. And so he doesn't want to go right back to Maine because he doesn't have his trail legs. So he's going to go to Springer
with Nick,
hike to this hostel. So about 350 miles.
And he says he's gonna do it in 40 days, which we did it in 39 days.
So it's about right.
So he should be able to do that.
He's gonna go to trail days and then go to the beach with Connie, finish up the Whites.
Yep.
And go to Maine. I haven't laughed so hard on trail yet.
Yeah. Alcohol was free because in this county...
She offered us alcohol. She didn't sell us alcohol.
Yeah.
It's a dry county.
It's a dry county, so you can't sell alcohol. But the soda was $1.
Yes.
Alcohol was free. She's got 2 sweet dogs.
She made us some
ADHD.
real southern grits this
Yep,
morning.
probably the best grits we'll ever have in our entire lives.
Coffee, hamburgers last night. That was one of the best hostel experiences we've had.
It was like going to grandma's house, basically.
You might need to resupply in Irwin, but don't stop in Irwin.
Yep, just keep
come
going.
Straight to Greasy Creek 2 days later. There's 0 here, honestly.
She may give you some chores, but you're getting free food, so that's all that matters.
Oh, also, just a heads up, if you are a thru hiker and you want to stay here, you do need your vaccination.
Yep, proof for vaccination.
She'll take a picture of your vaccination card if that's all you have. She is Messianic Jew. On Friday night to Saturday night, you can stay there, but she won't cook for you.
Yep, it's her rest day.
It's her Sabbath. Another thing to note as well, it's all kosher. And this week is actually the week of Passover. She's trying to, the reason she cooks so much for us, she made pizza and burgers last night. She's trying to get rid of all the bread in her house. I just wanted to film real quick because you might not be able to tell very well on camera, but when we go down in elevation, you can see all the green grass, leaves starting to come up, starting to get springtime.
We're walking up to a shelter. We're just gonna have a quick snack. But at the Friendly, it's not a hostel, it's a Friendly. We asked Connie what that sound we mentioned about could be. Of course, she smiled and knew exactly what we were talking about. It is a bird called a ruffled grouse. It's absolutely terrifying if you don't know what it is. I haven't seen it yet. We've only heard it. This is Clyde Mountain Shelter. Interesting shelter. We got some bar stools here, kind of. And then you got double bunker, but for some reason it's separated up top. I barely know her. And there's a Pepe. So we're hiking, and this is where we're gonna be going. The Roan Mountains. We're climbing Roan Mountain right now. Pretty high up, 6,200 feet. The shelter we're staying at is the highest shelter of the trail. It's a lot of people's favorite section.
Look how red that bug is. It's so red. Don't focus on the leaf, focus on the bug. No, go back.
Walking in the forbidden forest again. That forest up there.
Going nuts.
It's real dark and scary.
So the trail continues on that way, 6150. But if you head this way, remnants of an old hotel that was torn down in the 1920s, and apparently it was
The poppin' hotel in the 1800s for really rich people.
yeah, really rich people came up here. There's a rock right here.
Can you please shut up?
The highest shelter in the AT, huh? Oh, there's a door. What? Whoa. Not. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Not what I was expecting. Electricity!
This is the top tier. Upstairs, we got a closed in area. It's a little slanted, so that's why everyone's sleeping with their heads up there. And my pack's hanging up. We got some windows you can open, but it's a little cold and rainy today, so we're not gonna open them because this is the highest shelter in the AT, so it can get real cold real quick. The chronicles of getting our bear line caught again.
Oh, yeah. Day 41, we are crossing another river of rocks. Day 40? Day 40 was yesterday. No, 39 was when we were at the Friendly. Day 41, we're going downstream another river rock of rivers. These big rocks are so annoying to walk on. We just stayed at the highest shelter in the AT at 6,200 feet. Surprisingly, we stayed very warm. It's amazing what 4 walls and a roof will do for you. It's one of those days where everyone eats their food and then just goes to bed. We're hoping for some good views today as well. Also, there's flying squirrels here.
We are at Carver's Gap right now. Took a little bit of a wrong turn, we think, going somewhere. But it was a happy accident because we found a bathroom. It smelled like something died in there, though.
It literally smelled like death.
I would have taken the smell of 10 privies over whatever that bathroom was. It's not a cat hole. We have to climb up Big Hump and Little Hump today. Sorry. Ruined my video. This is the endangered ecosystem. Well, it is 11. We've still got 11 miles to go for the day. Not because we are doing a lot of miles. We're only doing like 15 and a half. Really taking our time today because it's so freaking beautiful out here. We leave North Carolina. There's a bunch of amazing views, a bunch of amazing balds, cool campsites. Tonight might be one of those days we're rolling into camp at 6 or 7 tonight because everything's so pretty. We keep stopping.
We took a little side trail, found a picnic table, and then this barn here might be an old shelter, and Gabby's running to the privy.
Hey, this privy has a nice view though of out here. So we're at Overview Mountain Shelter, which is actually a closed shelter. It's not open anymore because it has structural issues. You're not allowed to go in here. You can go through here and you can see where people used to lay down. They removed all the wood. That's the front of the barn. You still are able to camp in this grassy field. You just gotta be 40 feet away just in case it collapses. Yeah, we got a nice picnic table over here with a view. Shh, you're ruining the video. I think it's official. This is our favorite day on the AT. You can see Big Hump. I'll show you. There's Big Hump in the distance. We're on Little Hump right now. Hey, get in my video. Shut up. That's the way. Say it again. I can't hear you. We're leaving North Carolina.
Never coming back. Ever. I'm in Tennessee now. I'm a Tennessee man.
I think that's a Christmas tree farm, if I'm not mistaken.
Ho, ho, ho.
Good morning. We just stayed at Apple something campsite. It used to be a shelter a couple of years ago. We were just filling up on some water, even though we only have 0.6 miles to town.
Mountain water's better than town water.
We're That was so funny. He's okay.
We just
he
replayed
ate it.
We just instantly replayed it, and that was awesome.
That was perfect. We camped last night with Church Mouse, Spark, and Stealth. Basically, today is a 0, but we're only paying for one night in town. Today we're staying at Mountain Harbor, which they apparently have the best breakfast on trail. Typically, when you go to town, you pack out something nice, like a sandwich, a beer, or something to the camp for the night after you've been in town. But we're doing the opposite. We're packing out, or I guess packing in some mountain water for the next day because town water sucks after filtering straight from mountain springs for a month. This is how the trail has been for the 0.6 into town this morning. Nice and slightly downhill and beautiful trail, easy on the feet.
This is our resupply from our friend Abby.
She's a fellow hiker. She decided to send us a resupply box along the way.
I mean, look at
Super
this.
nice of her. Like, this is absolutely amazing. We're just so happy. Thank you so much, Abby. Well, we just got got a hitch to the post office from a random guy named Adam from Georgia. He didn't even know what the trail was, but he gave us a hitch anyway.
Now we were able to send some gear home. I sent like a layer home.
Yeah.
And our spikes home. Feels good.
We got a hitch back to Mountain Harbor Hostel by Dave, who runs Station 19E, which is the rival hostel.
He was interrogating us.
He was interrogating us.
We were staying here. We just said the food. We didn't know
Yeah,
what to
and
say.
he said they have a better
They
breakfast,
have better food.
a free breakfast. But we're gonna go back to the hostel now and take a shower, probably do some laundry until our room is ready.
I'm just walking back after doing laundry. And then there's this little guy. He should not be out. Where's your mama? We're in the treehouse.
Beautiful treehouse. Just literally finished building it today.
They had,
because a tree fell on it last week.
and I'll show you the tree from the window. It's that one right there. If that's the half, if that's half of it, then a lot of it hit the actual tree.
You can
house.
smell the paint in here.
Yeah.
Like it's just it's very fresh. But we got another poster in here. So we've made our way up all the way through the Nantahala National Forest, all the way through the Smokies. But now, if you follow this up, this is the Roan High Knob. We did that 2 days ago, so we're probably like right here. Officially came into Tennessee, but that feels pretty substantial. Like compared to what it was.
A couple of days we'll be in Damascus.
Yeah, so we're probably right around here. Our next section is actually to get all the way to Damascus, which is this the yellow dot.
Now on our way upward.
How was that burger?
I didn't have a burger. You had a burger. I had a Philly cheese steak, I guess.
That was it.
It was good. The peppers were way better than the steak, though.